Brought to you in part by Susan Shoup at Exclusive Realtors, servicing northwest suburbs, west and south Chicagoland, including Will and Kankakee counties. Welcome back, everybody, to the shop. Got a quick video here about the Wolfpack or the Wolfbox G840S. It's like a rearview mirror add-on that has camera. This is the box here. I've been wanting to add a front camera to it for a little bit because there's just sometimes when I'm pulling up on something I would just rather be able to see. And this is the cheapest way to go about it. So we can get started. Okay, I'll show you what I did with the front. At first, I mounted this camera down here, but it didn't have the right angle to see. I want to see like stuff right in front of the bumper, like when you're pulling up on parking blocks or whatever. Anyway, all I did up here to avoid removing the grill and all that is I just pulled all the push pins so I can lift this up. The cable's coming from inside. I'll show you how that went in. And I just drilled one little hole right there so I could get it through here. And so what I did is this is coming from the camera, or this one's coming from the camera. This is from the wires. And I just fed them through the grill so I can plug these in outside and then just push them back in the grill. So I got it pushed back into the grill. I got it pulled back up through here. Here's the connection, and I taped it. I'm just gonna route it a certain way later. I just wanted to get it going, so we'll get to the inside. So I did hook up the reverse. I'm just gonna see what it does, but this is a 12 volt for that rear camera that I have on the front, but we'll see what it does. I think it just adds the lines, but it maybe when I hit it, it will automatically go to that screen. But anyway, that's the camera wire, goes through the firewall. It comes through down here where I had the other wires coming out right there. It comes across, goes up this rubber here. I'm gonna tuck it behind the plastic. There we go. And then it comes across and it goes to the mirror there where it's going to attach. So to attach it, they have these rubber straps that wrap around your stock mirror, and that's it. So here it is installed. Now this wire that's coming down to this plug, I ordered the hardwire kit that I will wire to the fuse box, but for now I'm just going to use the cigarette lighter or the 12 volt plug. There also is another wire that comes across here and it's for the GPS. So I'm just going to power it up by plugging this in. I have that fuse set to be on at all times, and it's coming on right now. And right now is showing the front camera that's pointed at the ground for when I pull up the stuff. And then you just swipe over. That is the camera. You can see the hood up. So here it is. I close the hood. I can start it up. You can also swipe again, and it will give you both camera views. So I can pull forward. And these cameras record at all times, so that's another. And you see the speed is working. And I'm gonna pull up to the garage door. And there you have it. Alright, so just like I suspected, I have it hooked up to this down here. I haven't put a button on it, but I'm gonna press this button, and it automatically goes to the front camera. So now I won't have to really touch the screen ever to do that. And that's pretty much what I wanted it for. I can adjust the camera a little bit, turn it to the side if I want to, or I can raise it up and down. So I was able to go out and level it a little bit because I thought it was a little bit crooked. And There's also another thing you can do here. You can raise it up a little bit and bring it down if you need that. But that's perfect for me pulling up the stuff so I don't bump into it if it's really close or out in the trail, whatever. And the camera on the back side, you can swivel around wherever you need that too. And if you just bump this button, you pretty much got your mirror. And like I said, it's recording at all times, and you can go back and watch it, I guess, right on here. So I went into the list and hit format SD card, and that's what it just did. And then you can set, you know, your options here. That's the GPS satellites it's using. You can set the G sensor. I take it, you know, goes on and off depending on, you know, how you hit the brakes or accelerate. Flipping the camera, so you can see now that it's flipped over upside down. That's in case you mount that camera a different way. You can set the screensaver to where it will just go back to mirror mode as soon as you, or you know, not as soon as, but you can turn that on 1, 2, 3, or 2 or 3 minutes. Resolution, it's at the highest setting. I take it if you set it lower, you'll get more record time. But this will also record when it's off and parked. As a side note, on the menu, you'll see that your settings are not highlighted until you hit this red button over here. And then you can do your adjustments. So I looked into the menu, and here, this is where you can play back. You know, I was just sitting here, obviously, but you can play back, you know, what you did. And I did not, when I drove this earlier with it, and I did not have the SD card formatted, so it didn't record anything, but now it is. It does come with longer straps if you have like a thicker mirror, but I use the shorter ones. And then it also came with a small trim tool, and also you could stick the camera on, but mine is screwed on. And then this is to hold the cable if you wanted to use these little things here, stick-ons. But I just have mine routed through the trim. So like I said, that little spaghetti mess will be gone because I will be routing the power wire to the where the fuses go. So yeah, it just clips on just like that. I mean, I thought it was better than having, like, I wanted a front camera, so I just did not want to have to mount something in that hole where the cables are right now. So this is actually a lot neater looking, and from inside, when you're sitting back there, it just looks like that mirror's there. You can't even see the other one. So there it is with it installed. I mean, you can't really notice it unless you're just totally looking for it, but it does the job. So part of my reason for doing it that way is I cannot add a camera to this radio because it's not a nav, so I can't add it. Nobody has anything to add it to the screen. So this was my next best thing to do, and we're talking $130 for that, and I think that's a great price for that. Like I said, it was made to be for the back, but so you can record front and back. But like I said, this was the cheapest way I could add a front camera to the truck, and it was super easy. I went to do this, and I was just gonna mess with it a little bit. Next thing I know, running that cable to the front was nothing, and mounting that to the front was nothing either. So I'd say it took me an hour tops, and that was taking my time. So and I already test drove it, and I love the way it works, so it's a win for me. So if you're looking for a cheap way to add a front camera or rear camera, like I said, you can put that on the back. This is it. So please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.